The aim on relationship satisfaction. So these are the things that I would like to emphasize. So I'm just going to use Bible verses para ma-emphasize yung understanding natin. So effective communication is very important. Proverbs 16:24 says, "Gracious words are honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones." So ang effective communication kasi, it's actually not only what you say but how you say it and how you listen to. Remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. It means that we should listen 66% of the time. Active listening, hindi yung yung mukha ka nakikinig lang, hindi. You are trying to understand what are the things being said and what are the things unsaid, yung body language and everything. So effective communication is very, very important because diyan natin malalaman at magigauge kung anong klaseng relationship magkakaroon tayo moving forward. Okay, so those are very important bits. Next is trust and mutual respect. Proverbs 3:3-4 says, "Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man." So, kadalasan kapag hindi tama yung foundation ng love, lalo na kung erotic yung love or eros level, hindi magkakaroon talaga ng trust and mutual respect because there is that lacking capacity to have that type of satisfaction in the relationship. Importante kasi ang tiwala, di ba? Pwedeng gumimik yung partner mo kasama niya yung mga kaibigan niya na hindi ka magdadalawang isip na hayaan siya, di ba? Or let's say, meron siyang business trip somewhere, hindi ka nag-aalala. And of course, hindi ka nag-aalala na mangangalun niya para sa sa mga may asawa na, 'di ba? They will not commit adultery. Sa mga single, hindi magpo-fornicate yung ating partner kasi napaka-importante na that is happening prevalently sa mundo natin. Babae man o lalaki, they're actually committing this acts na destroys trust and mutual respect. So remember, ang mag-asawa, it's supposed to be, or a mag-partner is supposed to be mutually satisfying relationship. That's very, very important. By the way, I'm emphasizing marriage here kasi remember, marriage is part of the nuclear family and normally, ang mga bata na lumaki sa sa isang pamilya na kasal yung magulang nila at tumagal silang magkasama, they have a higher degree of emotional resilience. Mas mataas yung emotional quotient nila. When I say yung maayos yung family, hindi lang yung magkasama for the sake ng children. I'm saying na talagang maayos yung kanilang relationship as married couples. So that's very, very importante yan. Okay? Kaya may isang pop question dito, so I'll just read it. Paano po kaya yung sinabi naman na yes, I respect and trust you, pero di po maramdaman? So, then you have to have that conversation. You have to talk about it para maintindihan natin talaga nga ba pwede pagkatiwalaan, or ikaw ba as an individual pwede ka rin ba pagkatiwalaan. That is where effective communication actually is important, and also a relationship coach will play a very vital role kasi kung hindi kayo magkakaintindihan together, magkakausap kayo, then you have to have a third party in the discussion para hindi lang ma-moderate yung conversation, kung hindi, makita pa natin kung ano pa yung mga maaring ma-improve doon sa relationship. At syempre, ganyan ang napapansin ninyo doon sa relationship ninyo, talagang kailangan kausapin niya. Remember, ang mahirap dyan pagkasal na kayo kasi wala nang atrasan yan. Kaya nga, dapat proactive tayo prior to marriage. Naintindihan na natin yung paglapat ng mga factors na to, so that we will have a relationship that will last. Shared values and goals. This is very, very important. Sabi dyan, do to walk together unless they have agreed to do so. That's very, very important. So, ano ba yung shared values and goals? Ibig sabihin, pareho kayo. Ang shared values nyo, for instance, di ba, pareho kayong matulungin sa kapwa at hindi mahirap sa inyo tumulong sa kapwa, di ba? Pareho kayo, let's say, na mahilig mag-volunteer. O let's say yung shared value nyo ng importance ng quality time, hindi yung quantifiable time, kundi yung quality time. Diba? Kasi marami akong mga na-counsel na couples na magbabakasyon sila, they want to spend quality time with each other, pero yung quality time wala. Quantifiable time, they were together for 7 days, pero that 7 days, they only had about 6 to 8 hours of quality time kasi nauuwi sa away, nagtatrabaho yung isa gumagala, apart from that, tawag dito, apart from their kanilang itinerary. So, hindi siya maayos, hindi naging maganda yung point of contact nila. Talaga ito, paano po ma-secure ng mag-partner relationship nila if the last even hindi po sila kasal? Meron po bang way para maging maayos ang relationships nila kahit hindi sila kasal? Oo, of course, there are a lot of ways na pwede maging maayos ang kanilang relationship, especially kung they would be able to satisfy each other with the relationship predictors na mention ko kanina, di ba? Perceived commitment, perceived responsiveness, di ba? There is mutual satisfaction, there is love, there is effective communication, there is conflict resolution. Ang concern ko lang dyan is, bakit hindi sila magpapakasal? That's my concern. Kasi kung talagang importante sa kanila yung yung trust and mutual respect, then marriage should always be on the line. When I say that, kasi that is your official contract that you are not going to leave each other behind and you're going to be faithful to each other going forward. Kaya nga, ang marriage is a very powerful institution na nagki-create siya ng mas magandang culture kapag maayos yung marriage noong mag-asawa, kasi they will be producing offsprings na magiging maayos din at contributory sa contributory sa society. Ayan. Bakit hindi recommend na maghanap ng partners sa dating sites? It's dangerous if you're going to look at the statistics. Kaya nga importante na huwag niyong kakalimutan na you have to provide yourself the proper information, and they are perfect strangers as well. Meron yung recently na napalabas sa documentary na they met through a dating site, tapos yung babae ended up as somebody who is actually psychotic. And of course, wala rin kasi kayong common friends, or you will not have the ability to have a quick background check about the person. Normally, it is inconceivable for a self-respecting person na dumaan sa dating sites. That's my opinion, okay? That's my opinion. I mean, respect to those who would like to go on dating sites. Kasi you have to value your security. You have to protect yourself. And by engaging with a perfect stranger, that is quite dangerous. Kaya I do not ascribe to that as much as I can. Okay? Sabi rito, should couples na nabuo sa dating sites just break up? No, not necessarily, because there are tawag dito, successful relationships born about by dating sites. Okay, doon sila nagkakilala. But it's very, very minimal. I think less than 10% of hookups through dating sites ended up na maayos. Okay?